the fading light of dusk, a samurai stands alone beneath crimson clouds of twilight. His armor gleams faintly, carrying echoes of duty, loyalty, and countless unspoken vows of silence. Within him stirs a question deeper than the blade he wields with perfect precision daily. What is honor when it demands betrayal of truth, when duty stands against righteousness itself? The samurai lives by righteousness, the moral pillar within the ancient Bushido code eternal. It is the compass guiding warriors beyond obedience, toward justice that transcends human command. But even the purest heart trembles when loyalty and justice pull in opposite, relentless directions. His lord commands him to strike an innocent. Loyalty demands it. Conscience resists violently inside. The wind howls softly through temple corridors, whispering stories of those who face this same choice. To disobey is to betray one's master. To obey is to betray one's soul eternally. The samurai's hand rests upon his sword, trembling between devotion and the weight of truth. He recalls the teaching: a true warrior does not follow blindly, but acts in righteousness. Justice, is not blind loyalty. It is harmony between action, intention, and universal truth. Every stroke of his blade must reflect purity, not the corruption of fear or greed. Beneath his calm gaze, the storm of conflict brews, a tempest unseen but deeply consuming. His honor is a mirror, fragile and shining, reflecting the balance between loyalty and conscience. In ancient Japan, many warriors faced this same crossroad, their spirits torn between code and truth. Some chose obedience, dying as servants. Others chose justice, dying as outcasts yet free. The path of demands courage beyond battle, courage to face oneself without illusion. For the greatest enemy of the samurai is not another warrior, but his divided heart. The sword he wields outwardly mirrors the inner struggle he must cut through within. To strike in truth, he must first master silence, stillness, and the clarity of soul. His sword becomes a reflection of conscience, sharp, honest, and unwavering in pure intent. The cherry blossoms fall around him, reminding him of life's fragility and fleeting moral clarity. A single petal lands upon the blade, a symbol of the choice before him. Does he serve the hand that feeds him, or the truth that sustains his spirit? His heart beats in rhythm with the distant temple bell, slow, steady, burdened by choice. The air thickens with meaning. Every breath feels heavier than steel forged in honor's flame. The samurai remembers his master's words: loyalty is sacred, but only when bound to righteousness. He closes his eyes, feeling the pulse of life and justice coursing through his being. The blade hums softly, as if sensing the weight of the moral world upon it. Shadows stretch across his face, dividing light and darkness, much like the turmoil within. A bird calls from the distance, a reminder that freedom exists beyond fear and servitude. He opens his eyes. They are calm now, serene with the clarity of resolve eternal. The moment of truth arrives, not with rage, but with the stillness of absolute understanding. He acts not out of defiance, but harmony, aligning his soul with justice's quiet flame. The strike he delivers is not vengeance, but balance restored between heart and moral order. The sound of the blade fades quickly, replaced by silence deep enough to echo forever. In that silence, Jai breathes righteousness fulfilled without pride, ego, or self-proclamation. The samurai sheathes his sword slowly, as though returning truth itself to eternal stillness. His eyes no longer carry fear, only peace born from living in alignment with truth. He walks toward the mountains, leaving behind blood, power, and the noise of corrupted duty. The wind follows him, carrying whispers of redemption through the forests and temple stones alike. Is not about perfection, but integrity, the courage to stand alone when needed. For the samurai who lives rightly has already conquered every battlefield within himself completely. Each step echoes purpose. Each breath carries the weight of centuries of moral awakening. The balance of honor is fragile, yet sacred, a bridge between loyalty and justice. To walk it requires grace, humility, and the strength to see truth without distortion. Even in the face of death, righteousness remains untouchable, the essence of the warrior's path. The setting sun burns crimson, painting the horizon with memories of choices past and present. The samurai bows his head slightly, not in defeat, but in reverence to his principles. His shadow stretches long across the sand, a quiet testament to unbroken moral strength. In his heart, peace blooms where turmoil once lived, a lotus rising from muddy waters. He has chosen not the easy path, but the honorable one, aligned with truth. The air carries serenity. Even the earth beneath his feet feels lighter with resolution. His armor now feels less like burden and more like the skin of purpose fulfilled. The mountain path before him winds endlessly, mirroring the eternal pursuit of righteousness itself. Each step away from corruption is a step deeper into the heart of clarity. He no longer serves men. He serves the timeless spirit of balance and moral order. The moon rises silently, casting silver light upon the sword, pure, unstained, unwavering. The samurai's reflection glows faintly in the steel, half in shadow, half in divine light. In this duality, he finds harmony, acceptance of both strength and gentleness within. Honor without justice, he realizes, is obedience in disguise, loyalty chained to blindness. Justice without honor is arrogance, a sword swung wildly without heart or restraint. True Bushido lies between them, in the still center of conscience and courage combined. The path of righteousness demands solitude, patience, and the ability to face one's truth. The samurai becomes his own temple, discipline carved into silence and unwavering presence. He no longer seeks validation. His only master now is the integrity of being. In every leaf that falls, he sees the reminder of impermanence and moral balance. In every breath, he finds a reason to remain humble before the universe's order. His sword sleeps quietly, no longer thirsting for battle, only awakening when justice calls. The night deepens, and the stars above shimmer like the eyes of ancient warriors. Their spirits whisper, "Walk with truth," even if the path is lonely and unseen. For the strength of a samurai is not in killing, but in understanding when not. To draw the blade with purpose is divine. To sheath it in peace is enlightenment. Gi is that peace, the fire that burns clean, without pride or cruelty inside. The forest hums softly, as if the earth itself honors his clarity and resolve. The silence of righteousness is louder than the roar of armies and the cry of kings. In that silence, he feels alive more than ever, whole, bound to truth alone. His steps fade into darkness, leaving behind echoes of wisdom carried on mountain winds. The world will forget his name, but his integrity will ripple through time eternal. Honor lives not in victory, but in the quiet courage to remain uncorrupted. To live by Gi is to walk the narrow path between duty and divinity. Every warrior must someday face this truth. Obedience is easy, righteousness is sacred. The samurai disappears into the mist, leaving only stillness and the memory of choice. His blade rests once more, not as a weapon, but as a mirror of virtue. Dawn will come again, and others will stand where he stood, hearts trembling with choice. And if they listen closely, the wind will whisper the lesson he left behind. True honor is not in serving power, but in serving the truth that endures. The mountains echo faintly, carrying that wisdom beyond centuries into the hearts of the brave. The code of Bushido is not chains, it is freedom born of moral alignment. Every true samurai knows, the greatest victory is not conquest but purity of heart. The sword that serves justice never dulls, for it cuts through illusion and falsehood alike. The samurai's journey ends where righteousness begins, in silence, strength, and inner harmony. Beneath the rising sun, his spirit joins the eternal flow of those who chose truth. This is the way of Gi, the balance of honor, justice, and unshakable soul.